So, what tablet do I use? So, a lot of the questions that I've been receiving from my DMs and my comments was what type of equipment or tablet that I'm using. So I just thought, you know what? I think it's time that I create a YouTube video about this. This might be insightful and educational to those of you that would like to start digital art for the first time. I'll try and keep it brief and concise throughout this entire video. I will also showcase my digital workspace to a lot of you, so let's get into it. So I have the HUION Canvas 22. It is the standard tablet between the two options. I chose this because this was just perfect enough and it fit my budget. It gets the job done. I figured I needed a big screen. I didn't need anything fancier than this. I think this is going to be my tablet for the next few years. I don't think I need anything more than that right now at the current time. So this should do for now. So the tablet comes with the stylus pen, a case for the nibs. The nibs are inside the case, and it does come with a cloth to clean the screen now and then when it gets dirty. And it comes with this glove. I really like this glove because it's just easier for me to do my gestures that I need to do on the screen and to rest on the screen because it is a pretty huge tablet. When I received it, I found it very hard to navigate around the screen, so it's just convenient to have this around. The tablet also has a few ports to plug in for your daily essentials. I do use this to charge my Volcano buds when I need to listen to music and whatnot. It does come with a stand. I optioned to get a tablet with a stand because it can be a bit difficult to draw for hours on end and not experience any strain or pain in your neck or your lower back. This stand rotates from about 0 degrees to 70 degrees, so it was just perfect enough for me to adjust it as I needed to. So yeah, that's why I chose this type of tablet. So what I also have to record my videos is this stand that I have right here. I will link that in the description. I'm not too sure what type of stand it is, but it is pretty neat. I mean, it's taller than me. I also have this storage compartment that has a lot of my gloves and my daily essentials and whatnot. I have this 1 terabyte Toshiba external hard drive, which I use to keep all my process videos, my tutorials, and my YouTube videos, my reels. Everything is pretty much in here. What I did get for my phone to record all these lengthy YouTube videos, because sometimes I'll be recording for 2 hours. I did get a 64 gigabyte SD card for my phone so I can record these videos because my phone does not have the space for that. I've got too many other things on the side, so I just got this specifically for recording the videos, and then I do transfer them to my external hard drive. I have this mouse that came from HP, from one of my old laptops. I got this type of mouse pad, this gaming mouse pad. It runs throughout the screen. I thought it was pretty neat and clean. It was gonna match with my Red Dragon mic that I have over here, so it just made a lot of sense to just purchase this red one. There's a lot of colors and a lot of suggestions, so I'll just link that out in the description. So the laptop that I'm using is the Asus F15. It has an Intel Core i5 processor and it has a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650, which is pretty good specs for this laptop and to do what I need to do. So it was the best laptop that I could get. It does have this RGB lighting, which I really admire. I really like a lot. So the design is pretty sleek and clean. It has a 144 Hz refresh rate. This is pretty much good for gaming and streaming and all the types of stuff. This laptop, it's been my best friend for the past few months. Yeah, I haven't had any issues with it. Pretty good laptop. I did have to install some more RAM because 8 gigabyte RAM wasn't gonna cut it for me. I mean, it was pretty good. I was able to run Photoshop, Premiere Pro, surprisingly, but I figured that was because of the CPU and the GPU. It was just powerful enough to run all those types of software. I didn't encounter any problems until I started to see there was a bit of lag, but I also needed a more powerful laptop because I was going to record a lot of my process videos and I just needed more RAM to work with this. So I installed another 8 gigabytes of RAM. So the laptop is currently running at 16 gigabytes of RAM. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So I just wanted a tablet that would help me remain consistent and accountable because I can't be lazy in my room the whole day when I have this huge screen to work with. I just needed a big enough screen. I needed to invest in myself. So it's just holding me accountable and it makes me want to work. So when I planned to purchase the tablet, I didn't know what type of plug to get. There was a list of options. I did some Googling and I checked which one would best work in my region. So I chose the Euro plug. The problem with that is when I received the tablet, it came with this Euro plug. It has this weird design that I'm not familiar with, and it has this metallic bezel at the top. I'm sure something fits into there and it should work. But I figured this would fit into my socket and it didn't fit. So the only option I had left was to replace it. So luckily we had a few plugs lying around in the house. So I just took that, replaced the adapter, and it worked perfectly fine. I didn't experience any issues since plugging it in. Now I did start noticing some scratches when I was using the display. Last year I was doing animation, and you're drawing a lot of circles and a lot of lines, and so it makes sense for it to have a lot of friction. I turned off my screen and I noticed these scratches almost quite immediately. I think what happened was like a little grain of sand must have ended up on the screen, or dust, or whatever it was, a dust particle, and it caught friction with the pen nib and it did scratch the screen. It was like a minor scratch. It wasn't anything extreme. So I messaged HUION about it and they asked me for some pictures to show them the display and what types of scratches it was. They did tell me this is a normal occurrence, but yeah, it just left me concerned because what if I'm cleaning or something happens by accident and I end up scratching the screen completely and I'm unable to work with it, especially when I spend so much money. HUION support offered to give me a refund for it. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna take a refund for this. I think it's just a learning experience, and I think it was gonna be a hassle, like, refunding the money or whatever it was. They didn't offer me a complete refund, but it was just a small percentage of the cost of the tablet. And yeah, I kind of just let it go. It was going to be too much work for me. But I did appreciate the lengths that they were willing to go to just to help me out. And yeah, they just said if I have any more questions, just for me to let them know. So what I did do in the meantime is just put a cloth around it just until I'm able to afford a proper cover. What I am going to do is purchase a monitor cover of some sort. For 22 inches or 24 inches, just to cover the screen and keep it protected, so that if anything happens by accident or whatever, yeah, I shouldn't be concerned about it. So if I had to suggest any type of tablet to get between the HUION 22 and the HUION 22 Plus, I would say take the HUION 22 Plus, because the HUION 22 Plus comes with a glass screen. So what I have is a matte screen. It does reflect light and yeah, it's pretty much the same, but the glass screen is a bit more protective. I mean, it just makes sense. Glass on a plastic pen nib would have less friction and less scratches. So yeah, compared to this matte film, I don't know what type of material it's made out of. I'm assuming it's plastic. Yeah, plastic on plastic, a lot of friction. Kind of makes sense. It's gonna get a lot of scratches. So let's get into more of the categories that I'm going to list up right now about the different types of tablets and what to think about, what to expect, and we're just going to list them out as we go. So the first thing that you need to consider is your budget. So what is your budget? Now you're going to need to know what type of tablet you're going to purchase. Now you can't just go into this not knowing the different types of possibilities that you could purchase, So I'm going to list them in 3 categories: a standard tablet, pen display, and a smart device. I mean, if you're not making like tons of money, you're not rich, whatever it is, I don't think the best solution for you right now would be to buy something over the top expensive because you saw some type of dude like me online on YouTube. If you just have some money lying around and you'd like to purchase this and it's just for like a hobby or something, you don't need to get something expensive like this. You could option to get a very straightforward type of tablet. So the standard tablet. This is the tablet that doesn't have a display, doesn't have a screen. So what you need for that is a laptop. So if you have a laptop or you have a PC, for instance, and you have a monitor, you don't have to get a pen display. You can just purchase this tablet and you could draw on it like you would, except now you'd have to look at the screen and you'd have to draw here. So it's gonna take a lot of time to get used to until it becomes like second nature to you. So you're gonna have to spend more time practicing on this than you would on a pen display to get used to it. And let me tell you, these types of tablets are very, very cheap. In rands, that would be somewhere between like 700 to like 1,500, for instance. So yeah, you don't need to purchase anything expensive. You can just get a straightforward tablet and it will do the job just fine. Another option you can do is you can purchase a second-hand tablet. Before I purchased this, I plan to get a second-hand tablet. So you can just go and get a second-hand tablet somewhere at the store and they sell it for half the price. That will be exceptional. Or you could look around, ask your friends, for instance, do they have a tablet that they're not using anymore? Maybe someone that you know about that's in the industry probably, or someone that does art, for instance. Sometimes people would purchase a tablet and maybe it's not what they wanted, and then later over time they would purchase another type of tablet. So yeah, you could just ask for that. Choose to wait until you can afford the tablet. So you don't have to buy it now. I mean, if your bank account's not looking good, if you're not making a lot of money, then the best idea would be to just wait until you can afford the tablet. I know with HUION, they have monthly offers and discounts for you, like free shipping and discounted prices. Just come and check in now and then on the website. I will put the link in the description. It is the HUION store. You could option to get that. I'm not too sure about Wacom and XP Pen. I'm pretty sure they do that. It is a marketing strategy, so I'm pretty sure they'll have those offers and discounts available. Now look, I used to draw on my phone. If you have a phone, I'm pretty sure every teenager and every child, every adult has a phone right now. So you can just purchase a stylus online and draw on your phone. So all you need is an application to work on. I mean, this very phone that I'm using to record this YouTube video right now is the one that I used to use to draw a lot. And my paintings used to come out just fine. I mean, I made some pretty good illustrations and paintings back then. So you don't need all this fancy equipment to do this. You could start off with just your phone. I was fortunate enough to get this phone to receive a stylus pen with it, so I was able to draw without any issues like that. The good thing I like about my phone is that it has a port for the stylus to fit in, and it charges the stylus, so I could use it for multiple functions. Like if I can take out the stylus, I can take it out and I can just take pictures with it or record a video. You could also buy the Samsung 23 Ultra. They do have a stylus with that, or you could get if you can afford it, the Samsung Fold, you can purchase a stylus with that as well. But you know, you could purchase a stylus pen online on Amazon, Takealot. Yeah, you could get an artist glove and a stylus pen just online and your very phone, and you can create all these illustrations that you'd like to. You don't need all this crazy cool stuff. I just needed it to hold myself accountable, because I know myself, I procrastinate a lot. So this would just help me a lot to just get the work that I need to done. Number 2 is usage. Do you plan to use this tablet on the go? Do you plan to take this to a restaurant maybe? Do you plan to draw at your friend's house? Maybe draw outside, probably when you go on vacation or something. So you need to consider this when you're purchasing a tablet. You're gonna probably need something portable. An iPad Pro, HUION Studio 16. Another option could be the HUION Pro 13 or the Pro 16 that you can connect to your phone and you can draw wherever. So yeah, you're just gonna need something portable. My tablet right now, I cannot use it anywhere else. I can only use it at my office right now. This is where I'd spend most of my time drawing. So do you plan to use this tablet for fun? So I would recommend maybe the Wacom Intios, or the HUION Inspiroi, or the XP Pen Deco, or the iPad Pro. Maybe not even an iPad Pro, maybe just a regular iPad. If you plan to do this for fun, you can just use, like as I said, my phone or something like that, and yeah, you should be good to go. Another thing about it is, if you plan to use a portable tablet, you need to consider the battery life. So the battery life is gonna play a huge part, because if you're at a restaurant or you're outside or something, you don't know when it's the next time you're gonna charge it. I'm pretty sure at the restaurant they will have sockets available for you to plug in and charge your tablet when you need to. So yeah, But if you're gonna be like outside or at your friend's house maybe or something, you might not bring that along. You just need to consider the battery life. You're gonna have to look deeper into the specs. Now we're moving on to number 3, specs. You need to look at the type of specs that your PC, your laptop, tablet that you're using, what type of specs does it have? If you're looking at the different types of specs, then you're gonna understand what your tablet needs to function the different types of software. You have to look at the different types of laptops. What type of laptop are you looking for? Now you have to look at the software. As I mentioned before, the types of specs that your laptop has or your tablet has is pretty much going to affect the way that the software responds. So if you need to use something like Clip Studio Paint, for instance, I wouldn't go option into like getting a Core i9 with a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 4090, for instance. So yeah, you don't need all that expensive type of equipment for it. Maybe like I have the Core i5 and I had 8 gigabytes of RAM. It was able to run Photoshop and those types of things, like Clip Studio Paint as well. Clip Studio Paint was able to work pretty well on it. The different types of applications to use. So Clip Studio Paint, Photoshop, Concept, Krita, all those types of things. That's for like the software base. And then for like applications, you get like Procreate or Infinite Painter. All those types of things are actually pretty well to use. Hey, so thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it very insightful and educational. Just as I mentioned before, you don't need anything expensive, industry level. You can just get anything standard, anything cheaper. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you next time. Click the notification bell if you'd like to receive notifications anytime I post a new video perhaps. I'm going to have a tutorial out soon and I'm going to have more tutorials coming in future. Just let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. I guess that's it for me. I'll see you next time.